Heyo. So, I was kind of thinking about this a while ago, and I was talking with a friend about how, like, it's damn near impossible to get evil people to cooperate. It just is. Like, you can ask them 50 fucking times to do something, and they won't do it. They'll fight you tooth and nail. So, really, the only way to get them to cooperate is through force. Now, what's funny is that's sort of against my moral system because even with the channel, I've said this before, I really like the idea of giving you the choice, right? Because like you could just click off at any time, you can, or even in my own life where, if somebody, like I'm not going to force somebody into a corner to do something. I'm going to be like, you can help me if you want. I'm only asking. But, if you have stuff going on, or even if you don't want to, just tell me that you don't want to help me. Or, I prefer the truth than to, skirt around the fact of what's actually happening. So my point is with evil people though, is that like they will just fucking step on you any chance they get, right? They'll basically destroy anything you could do. Really the only way to get them to do good things is by forcing them, right? And how do you force them? It's through fear, because really that's the only thing they care about, right? So this sort of goes in line with the fact of like I think it's called the shopping cart theory, where like if you're out at a Walmart or wherever, any store really, and you see people putting a shopping cart away versus the people who don't, like there's no consequences to you putting the shopping cart away, but it's the understanding of respect of like I have to put this away, that way there's not a clusterfuck happening out on the asphalt. And there are people who just like I don't give a shit because it's not my problem. And those are the people you really have to watch out for, because they have no sense of respect for anybody. And which is sort of what I'm getting at with evil people here, is that like they only understand things such as like fear and what gives them power. That's literally the only thing they understand, because if you have a gun, they get afraid of you even though they shouldn't be, because it's like all you have is a gun, right? And I know at first it's going to sound like all you have is a gun. Yeah, you can kill somebody. That's true. But my point is you can have a gun and just be a peaceful person, right? Like, let's say, I don't know, you're a wizard or something and you can, destroy a lake, right? It's like you have the power to do that, but you're not going to, because what are the benefits of that? It's just destruction. Why would you do that? And, yet they see that as power and they're like, okay, I shouldn't fuck with this person. It's like, okay, well, why would you fuck with a person in the first place? Right? It's because you're evil. So it's one of those like very plain and obvious things where this is why I advocate for everybody having a firearm. Because if everybody has a firearm, everybody will fucking behave, right? Because, and here's the cool thing about it, is that you have kind people who will see somebody with a firearm and be like, oh yeah, like they just have a gun. Like I'm being nice, so what do I have to fear? Right? I'm being myself, so why should I be afraid of this person? I think about that all the time with cops, where like, listen, I really don't like cops, but if a cop comes up to my window, I'm going to be chill. I'm going to be nice with them, because what do I have to fear, right? Like, if I die by their hands, so fucking be it. If they're going to be a piece of shit asshole and kill me, then so be it. But I was still being who I am. So my point is that obviously those people only, like the evil people, only think of like fear and death. That's the only motivators in their life. There's not like I'm striving for a bigger purpose or I'm trying to do something great. That's all they ever do, is just dwell on like, I have this life and this life is perfect, or not even. I don't know. It's a little complicated. And also, I hate fucking talking, into the mic here, because I don't have anybody to talk with me, right? Maybe I'll just bring over Amandeep one day so these things actually fucking make sense. But, yeah, like, evil, like I said, evil people will only function if you force them to. That's the only way they'll function in your favor, because they won't do it out of the kindness of their hearts. Obviously, they're evil people. So sometimes, like I said, you just have to carry around a firearm, and maybe then they'll cooperate. And it's not even the fact that you're like flashing it in front of them or anything. It's the fact that like, oh, this person has more authority than I do. What a weak mindset. what a weak fucking mindset that they see things and are like, oh, this person's stronger than me, I must conform, rather than being like, oh, this person wants the best for me, okay, I'm willing to come to the table and listen to them because they care about me, right? Like, what a stupid thing to think.